Hi everyone. Good evening. Um, it looks like I am live. It got frozen for a little bit there. Hey guys. Um, if we haven't met yet, my name is Eunice. I'm a nurse practitioner, and in our Facebook profile, my husband and I actually share our journey in this online business that we started a few months ago. But today, for the past 5 days, actually, I have started a 30-day series of Money Made Simple. And this is a Dave Ramsey inspired road to financial peace. And today is actually day 6 of this 30-day. And if you did not watch or didn't get a chance to watch the past 5 days, I encourage you to actually watch those because I think you're going to learn something. Now, I'm going to say that I'm not a financial advisor. What I'm going to I was going to share with you guys is something that I've learned reading many financial books, as well as what I have learned and applied throughout the years. So 20 years ago, I actually attended a class in our church for Dave Ramsey class, and I've learned so much. This was before Peter and I got married, and I've learned so much. And I'll tell you that even throughout those years, I've applied a lot of his concept. Now, I'm not saying he's the only one. Okay, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of really well-known financial gurus out there. But what I've learned is with Dave Ramsey, that's one. He is the one that I actually followed, and I can tell you that what I've learned really has helped us with our finances. So let's jump into it. So this 30-day again challenge, and tonight we're going to talk about the envelope system, and that means like spending smarter with cash. We are all, especially here in America, we are very, we're used to using cards. And one way to actually control your spending is to use cash. And there's probably not a lot of us that does this anymore, but I actually don't. I did when I was single. I did when I had, I was the only one that I have more control of my money. Basically, now I have a husband and I have kids, so that changed, right? So just again, throughout the years, over the years, you're going to learn that there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to adjust with your budget and managing your money. And why am I talking about this? I think it's really important to talk about the spending money management, because this is part of what I think is very essential to build wealth. Okay, and I know that we talk about our business. We shared our amazing business with all of you. But I think that what I've learned throughout the years is something that I really wanted to share with all of you, and I hope you get value from this, because again, this is something that it's so important, having a control over your money, and then you tell your money where to go, right? And not like where you get paid and all of a sudden you look at your bank account and there's nothing left, right? And you didn't even know where your money went. So with the envelope system, the beauty about having this envelope system is one thing is, again, you set a spending categories for like groceries, dining. So what it is you have, let's say, 3 categories that you think you're overspending on. And so one thing is, I think that all of us can tend to actually overspend is entertainment. So eating out, things like that, right? So having like a specific envelope for that would be good. Another thing is like, let's say, groceries, right? And then with the groceries, that comes with also planning your meals and things like that. And then one envelope that I've actually done in the past is actually the giving envelope. So what it is you take money out every month, and let's say, and you put it on those envelope, and you basically put, let's just say, $500 on eating out. I hope not $500. That's quite a bit of a money for eating out. For me, okay. And then let's say 500 for grocery shopping, and then another 500 for let's just say saving, or or giving. Okay, so and and that is something that you would control your spending. So you take money out from those envelope, and then when the money's gone, it's gone. You're not going to spend any more money. Okay, for some people, I think this works really well. For me, I know that when I was single, I've used it, I've done it, and it worked really well for me until I got married and we have kids. That's kind of hard to actually keep track. Peter and I actually have done this for so many years when we didn't have kids, where we had like this envelope, and this is actually a good series because I had to actually review some of the concept from the Ramsey book, and it's kind of like a review for me also. Um, and so another thing is, some of the categories you can use is for, again, for transportation, fun money, things like that, or vacation money. So you put away, let's say if you're going to go and you have a plan to go on vacation for like a year ahead, you put money on there, and then at least you actually see the money and it's growing, right? And I know that this is something that kind of like an old way, but if this is something that works for me, you can even try this and then work and see if it's going to work for you. Now, just the step-by-step guide to envelope system. So one thing that you should really do is to create a budget. I know I've talked to you guys about how to create a budget and things like that in the past episodes, and you can go back to that. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to send me a message or comment in here, and you can ask like specific things that you want me to talk about, because I'm very passionate about this, as you can tell. And as they say, if you know at least 20% yeah, of a certain topic, people will actually find that pretty helpful. Okay, so create a budget, and that is, we've talked about the zero-based budget, and I think, was that yesterday? I can't remember, that we talk about how you create a budget for the entire entire month, and then every money has a category. Okay, and so basically, when you spend all of that money, you're gonna have like zero. Okay, and that means you're not gonna be like, hey, I have an extra money today or this month of $150, and you're like, you went ahead and just went shopping with it. That is not how the zero budget works. Okay, how the zero budget work is, all of your dollar has category. You're spending in like food, transportation, gas, let's just say also like what I was gonna say, like for vacation money and things like that. Now, another thing um, is to label envelope for each category. And when I did this, I carry that envelope actually with me everywhere I go. But the good, like kind of hard part about it is like you're carrying cash with you. But that was the old way, though, right? We didn't have credit cards many, many years ago. And so label the envelopes for each category. Um, and then the next thing would be to withdraw cash for each envelope. I mentioned that earlier. And you put those cash in that envelope. Um, and then, as I mentioned earlier, spend only what's in the envelope. You're not gonna, track. You're actually not, you're gonna have to stick to the boundaries of each envelope. If you run out of money in one category, find ways to adjust your spending, but don't pull the cash out from the other envelopes. Okay, no cheating. um, and then where am I spend? And then if you have a leftover money, celebrate it. Okay, celebrate it. And again, you can still apply the zero base budget here, because if you have a leftover, let's just say you have a leftover $200, then look at your budget. Number one thing is what we talked about before is to prioritize paying off debts. Okay. And I should talk more about this, because with debts, it really limits us, or it actually takes yeah, that momentum to be able to build wealth. Because um, if you have so many debts, I mean, the interest rates of that, right? Instead of whatever you're using or you're paying on those debts, you put it towards your retirement account or towards something, to pay off that. I mean, really it's the best way to live life. Okay, if you're in a situation where you're feeling like you are just drowning in debt, it's never too late. Okay, there's always time. There's always that time, and the time is now. Change your spending habits, create a budget, and then also apply this envelope system that I'm talking about. This is the time where you need to really change your financial situation. And maybe you're saying, like, it's easy for you to say, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Now, when you're living paycheck to paycheck, um, I understand that's a really tough situation. But what happened is it's kind of like an endless cycle, right? You just work and then you get paid, and all of that money is gone, right? All of a sudden. And so when you look at it, why are you living paycheck to paycheck? Is it because of how much you have, your spending habits? Is it actually because you just don't make enough money, right? And looking at all of your expenses, and perhaps there's something that you can change as far as like your spending. Let's say you're eating out too much, or you're actually spending too much money on Starbucks and things like that. Really, those things are not essential, right? Those things are just really what we want. We want to do that. And it's okay to treat yourself once in a while. But if this is something, when you think about, if you're spending at least $5 or $6 every single day on a Starbucks, right? That's quite a bit of a money, right? And what if you actually invest that? You invest that in stocks, or you actually save money towards retirement and you put that on your IRA, a Roth IRA. Over the years, you're going to see how much that money has grown. And imagine having that kind of money, instead of drinking Starbucks, that you can actually, again, make your own coffee at home. And that's what we do. That's what Peter and I do. And once in a while, we'll go to Starbucks. And like today, we went to Starbucks. Actually, it was just the kids that went. I treated them. It's a holiday, and they have, they have friends over. So I went there, and we went there, and I actually treated them. Um, so anyway, yeah, that's all I have for you guys. The envelope system. For the past 5 days, we've talked quite a bit of things actually. And so go back if you want to learn more, if you have any questions, anything that you want me to talk about, regarding budgeting and money management, please reach out to me. Okay. I would love to share with you what I know. Again, just remember though that I am not a financial advisor, but I can tell you that what I've learned in the past about money management, and that has really put us in a better financial situation. Because even if, this is what I always tell people, even if you make a lot of money, if you don't know how to manage your money wisely, you're still can end up being broke. Okay, and I can guarantee you that that is really the truth. Okay, and don't think that in life that you're always going to have debt. That's really not real. Okay, there is always a way to get out of debt, and that could be something that, let's just say, if you need to work a little extra at your work, you sacrifice now, because later on you're going to see the hard work that you put in, and then you're going to be in a better situation financially. And then, as Dave Ramsey was saying, is again, is live like no one else, so later you can live like no one else. And so it's never too late to start budgeting and managing your money wisely. If you guys want to actually, buy his book, I'm not like, I'm just saying again, he's not like the only one. There's definitely some concept on the Dave Ramsey book that I applied. I'd say I applied when I was single, I applied all of it, 100%. And then I had to adjust all those concepts, or all everything, in a way that actually fits in our family. Okay. But I do believe I like his concept about debts. I like his concepts about, um, putting away money for retirement, and then also putting money away for, emergency fund, and, kids' college and things like that. Now, did I follow everything? No, I didn't actually follow. Although, again, 100% is when I was single, I followed everything so that I do not get into debt. Okay. And so, one thing that I really learned about money is, money is a tool, right? It's just a tool. It's not, we don't want money to overpower us and actually control our life. And biblically, really is you don't want money to really control you, right? But if you are in a better financial situation, it's easier for us to be able to actually do the work that God has called us to do, right? Because and blessing other people. And so anyway, I think that I hope that you learned something. I want this to be too long, and I want this to be a short where you can actually get value from what I'm talking about. And I do hope that you're enjoying this series if you've been following along. Again, reach out if you have any questions about our online business. This is a business that Peter and I started a few months ago, and there's about 250,000 people worldwide doing this business, and so many people have actually has changed their lives because of this business. And the reason why Peter and I are so passionate about it is because in such a short period of time, we definitely seen that this automated system works. And we are building a legacy for our kids, and that is something that we like to actually share with all of you, even with our family and friends, because all you have to do is really take a look and see if this business is for you. um, and that could be a way for you, for those of you who are struggling financially. And you don't have to be struggling financially to start a business, right? Peter and I in a good financial situation, um, but we wanted more. We realized that while our jobs, our careers are very fulfilling and we love what we do, we're very blessed to be able to help people and to change, to be able to actually save lives, and in everything that we do in our career. And we're very passionate about it. But comes with that being in healthcare, it comes with sacrifices. Right, I've missed some sports events for my kids. I've missed, certain milestones. Those type of things that, sometimes my kids, when they're sick, I leave them at home. My mom lives with us. And so, I have to leave them at home. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart when I feel like, I leave my kids at home, um, and then there I am, taking care of other people. My family is definitely my priority. Okay. They are my priority over my career. Um, and if I cannot even take care of my family, how would I really be able to take care of other people? And so this business really allows us to build a legacy for our kids where we're able to travel more and save more for our children. And then really having that options, that the ability to have options to, hopefully when they will be able to retire early, when the time comes, when, and God willing. But that doesn't mean that, again, that we don't like what we do. We are very blessed to be able to serve other people in this through what we do in our careers. And um, it's just one of those things that we wanted more for our family, and really, and our eldest is 13 years old now, and in 5 years she's going to go to college. We want to support her. We wanted to fully support her and her sister. Um, and uh, and that would be one legacy that we can actually pass it on. Uh, that we send them to school, and I know that that would happen. And even when they were little, we've always been saving money for them, put away money for their education. But with the cost of education here in America, it's like it really is pretty tough. So, very expensive. So, but one thing I'm going to say is with this business, we are actually able to, um, save for our kids' education, and, something that a lot more. And then, creating that option, an option to hopefully one day we can retire early and build, really build wealth for our family. And not only that, also being able to give is one thing that really is our desire too. We support our church, other ministries, nonprofit, organization, and things like that, which is part of I think our calling. Um, and we would continue that, and in any way possible, right? So anyway, thanks for listening. And it's about 20 minutes now since I started going live. So I want to make this short and make it more valuable for you guys. So again, send me a message when if you have any questions. Let me know, and feel free to reach out to us if you want to know about our business. And this could be a way for you if you've been looking for a way to not just get out of your financial situation, or you are dreaming big for your family, you want more, you want to save more, travel more. Um, and this is really a great option to all of you who are looking for any ways, for other ways to make money online. And as I always say, our full-time jobs is not the only way for us to make money. It's not really the only way for us to build wealth and to be able to support our family. We receive 14 checks, and when I think about, like, how we are earning this while we are at home and not, it's not tied to a location. It's we're building this while we're spending time with our kids. This weekend it was a weekend full of soccer for our little one, for our 9-year old. And while our business is running in the background, we have two new business partners. We have, okay, here, three buyers, I think, three buyers. And so one thing to remember with this business is it's actually not, you don't have to sell directly. So you can, because we had a proven automated system that does the selling for us. Because we're not salespeople, and I really would not want to like do any kind of presentation. And because imagine if I'm doing those kind of presentations and to people, and then they're not going to buy or anything like that, right? And I don't have time for any of that. But with this business, it is designed for people, for busy professionals, busy parents who just want to make extra money from home. It's a very flexible. You build your business at your own pace. There's no pressure. You don't have to chase your family and friends. It's your option if you want to share it with your family and friends. But who wouldn't want to share an amazing business with people that they love, right? But if they say they're not interested, we don't chase them, right? We don't need to chase them in with this business. So really is your job with this business, because this is a digital marketing businesses. Your job is to just share this blessing to other people. And um, when you're ready to dig deeper in this business, you pay the 149, which is a 30-day refundable. Um, and really, our company is very generous. They give you 30 days. That's a long time to really figure out whether this business is for you. But when you pay the 149, it's fully refundable, and I'll even be the one to process your refund. So just remember, Peter and I will not get involved in any kind of business when if it's an ethical kind of business. It's very important for us that this business is obviously legitimate. We're putting our names out there, right? And we're professions, and we do have maintain that, right? Um, um, but uh, it's fun. What we do is fun because I get to do other things aside from what I do as a nurse practitioner. And that's all I really know all my life. And so with this business, I'm learning that, so, I mean, I'm growing as a person. And I'm also not just that, but I'm earning from home without really exhaustion. And it's something that I'm enjoying. I've gained so many friends because believe it or not, we have just an amazing community of people who's just so ready to help you. You ask questions, and your questions are going to be answered. And whether they are on your team or not, they're just there to really help each other. And so there's really nothing like it, guys. And you have to see it for yourself. Is you have to see it for yourself to believe in me. And and again, it's I'm just very thankful. We're very thankful, and we feel very blessed that God led us to this business, because this is exactly what we had been praying for. The income potential. Of course, if you're starting a business, obviously we want to make money, right? And so one thing that's very important for us is, how much are we going to make with this business, right? And so when we dig deeper in this business, after we paid 149, we paid 149 too. Okay. And I did all the calculation. I look at, I evaluate everything, guys. That's just how my brain works. And I evaluate, and I researched this on our own as well. We didn't want to just like jump into this business. And I realized, I was like, wow, if this business really continues to grow the way that it is going for us, um, in just a short period of time, I do have a goal. And maybe one day I'm going to tell you what that goal is once I actually reach it. And it's so possible with this business because of the income potential. Now, I'm not going to say it's easy. Okay. In any kind of business, there's going to be some work that needs to be done, but you got to be willing to be coachable. You got to also have a positive mindset. Don't ever give up in any kind of business. You have to have that, right? Because there's going to be ups and downs with the business. Okay. It's not always going to be all up. And this is in any kind of business. This is not just our online business. Okay. So there's going to be up and downs with online business. And so, but if you are kind of in a low, you don't just give up. Be resilient. You get back up. You continue going. Okay. And you focus on your goal, and just keep focusing on why you even started this business, and focus on that, and that will keep you going, right? And so, did we just sit down and did nothing and then we made money? No, we did not. Okay, I'll be honest with you. There are some things that needs to be done in the beginning, but a lot of the heavy work really is already done. Your sales funnel, and then we provide all the training again, and very supportive community. But as far as like, what do you really need to do? Share the business to people. Really, that's it. You see it on my Facebook. I share, our what's happening with our business. That's really, really, that's your job. Okay. You don't really have to do a whole lot. Really. And if you want to run ads, you can run ads. We do run ads, and that's something that I actually even learned. I didn't know how to run ads, but that is also in our training. Okay. Now, do you have to run ads? No, you don't have to. Okay. If you're very good at like making reels, social media, I mean, you post on social media all the time. I was not even a social media person. There's a lot of you who are very good with social media, who can actually post so many great things on social media. And I'm not like that. When we started this business, you could probably barely find me on social media, because I'm just not a social media people. I just look, I'm like, oh, okay. And, I just look and just quickly browse on social media, but it wasn't my thing. Now I'm using the social media and leverage, and I'm communicating with my families more, like, friends from the Philippines I've never actually get in contact with, for a long time. And, and at the same time, I'm making money. I mean, that's just how amazing is that, right? And, we are making money from home, without exhaustion, without leaving our kids more at home, right? And then also, for us, medical professionals, we know the grind. We know how tough it is out there taking care of patients, the hospital, getting sick, and leaving our family, missing milestones, all that stuff. It really is can be tough. It can be there's a lot of sacrifices, and I'm not saying this is not this is just in healthcare field. I know all of you who are parents out there who are, wishing more for their family. Really, this is your chance. When we look for out for this business, we want something that's not tied to locations, legitimate. The earning potential is up there, right? Guys, I started an Etsy business a year ago, and the past Christmas, I got orders. And when I look at my earning, oh my gosh, I spend nights and lost a lot of sleep. And Peter can attest to this because I was up processing orders. I actually put my Etsy store on hold now because I cannot keep doing it. Because again, when I realized how much I made, for the amount of time I had to put in that business, I was like, girl, I could have just worked one day and actually even probably half day at my job. And I'll tell you, that's like half day of my work as a job as a nurse practitioner. And I was like, with all that time that I put in, I was like, I'm not gonna keep doing this. I really won't keep doing it. So, because now that we have this online business and the income potential is pretty amazing, um, why do I even need to, do the Etsy anymore and work more, get paid less? It doesn't match. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this, and thank you for and all of you who's actually watching. I appreciate your support. Reach out if you have any questions about the business. All you have to do is actually put in your information, or just simply reach out to us. Send us a message, okay? And go to our website, peteandunis.com. And then put in your name and your email address, and then we'll send you an email, actually a personal email from us, so that we can connect on Facebook. And then after that, I will actually invite you to our exclusive private Facebook group. So Peter and I also has a private Facebook group. It's called Online Income Made Easy. And that's where we post a lot of inspirational, stories, and also our income, things like that. And then we also have an exclusive private group, a VIP group, actually called Successful Moneymakers Online. And there's about 35,000 people there, where they share all their stories, all their people sharing how this business actually has helped them. And you will see how amazing it is. This business has been around for 8 years. So and really, there's a lot of millionaire earners in this business. And um, yeah, I was actually very surprised. I was like, I wonder why I did not even find this business. Didn't find this business until um, about a year ago, actually, of our friends, PB and Josh, was posting this about this business, um, and posting their, checks and things like that. And then it caught our attention. I mean, we were seeing their posts, and we were not actually um, um, paying attention that much. And they're like, okay, wait, what are they doing? Because it keeps popping on our notification, right? And so we became curious. And so, because again, in the past couple of years, so we've been trying to find a different way to make money, and then also make money where it's not going to take more time away from our kids. And we finally found it. So, feeling very blessed. Reach out to us if you have any questions about our business. And then after that, after I invite you, you have an option to pay the 149. And I encourage people to pay 149, because not it's also refundable, 30 days money back. But it is also the best way to dig deeper into the business, see what we're offering, our proven system, the companies that we're affiliated with. And by the way, these companies are pretty amazing. They've been around for a very long time. And we do have products, we have services, and this is not a pyramid scheme because pyramid scheme is illegal. Um, and this is tax registered. So at the end of the year here in the US, you're going to get a 1099. Okay. So anyway, oh my goodness, it's been about 35 minutes now, and it's actually almost 10 o'clock here in California. So I gotta go. I hope you guys enjoy this. I do enjoy sharing what I know about management. Oh, my husband is here. Maybe I'll say hi. I'm live. You want to say hi? You didn't know that I was live?
No.
No. I'm actually saying bye now because it's like 35 minutes now.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here with me. He was actually on the phone, so he didn't join me today. But we just go on live whenever we can, and it's just sometimes we're very busy. So there are times when he's with the kids, with all their activities, and then I have time. So that's how we kind of, you know, do the business together. And he does a lot of like the things on the back end or whatever it is. That he does. So anyway, have a good night, you guys. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for day 7 tomorrow. What's the Actually, I have my list here. I don't even know what the topic is tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we have emergency fund. We're going to talk about emergency fund and your first financial shield. Yep, that's what we're going to talk about. So I actually have made notes so that because I wanted to put together everything in 30 days. Now, would it just be 30 days? Hey, maybe I will continue this to be over 30 days. So it just kind of depends. And that is why I have notes here to make sure I cover a lot of those things. So stay tuned for the next what is this gonna be, the next 24 days, and hopefully you guys learn something about how you can manage your money, build wealth, and then you also have our online business to help you build wealth and build a legacy for your family. Good night, guys. Bye. Oops. How do we close it? Oh, right there. Okay. Bye, guys. God bless you. Good night.